Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and gonna run a quick one. I'm testing out a deck, kind of just threw us together, played 3 or 4 games last night with it, but want to see how this fares in best of 1 particularly. Trying to see what arena open decks I may want to play if I end up playing in the event. So last stream we went wild with goblins, we got turn 3 kills. The ladder is pretty much goblins, Rakdos, Jund Sacrifice, you got some Temur Wreck, a lot of creature decks, and when the creature decks come out, Jeskai Control tends to be a little bit better because access to a turn 3 sweeper in Deafening Clarion. So it allows you to interact with the board, and then you also have some good instant speed removal, as well as like the Planeswalker package. So this one is a 60 card. I don't know if I necessarily want to go Yorion 80 card pile. We are also companioning Kaheera for our deck. We don't have any creatures main board, so it's a way to play this as a free spell, potential other win condition. So basically the core of the deck, you have kind of split up into card advantage, planeswalkers, and removal. The removal, you got Scorching Dragonfire. It's flexible in best of 1 because it can also hit planeswalkers. It also exiles as well. Just to strike, just to catch some bigger stuff, questing beasts, stuff like that. Then we have the Clarions, we have a Settle the Wreckage, and some Shatter the Skies. Settle gets to play with goblins, like if they get everything haste that turn. There's less Gruul, so the Spellbreaker is not as significant. So it's something we want to try out in that case there. And then Conquer's Death is a whole bunch of different effects in one. The exile is also quite relevant. Inspired Ultimatum, again, something I just want to try out. So there's a few things I want to see, like Aethergust main might be something we want to do. Grafdigger's Cage main might be something we want to do. Dream Trawler instead of Kaheera. So there's some options that we want to try out to see what works best. Even something like Baneslayer main might work. But going to try the more creatureless build first. Then we have card advantage. Omen of the Sea can be bounced by Teferi. Search for Azcanta. And then like Shark Typhoon, win con, and that. I'm trying 3 absorbs. I don't know if I want counter magic or play more tapped out control style. Might do something like Brazen Borer instead. We'll see with that. So this is like kind of the fringe card. The life gain could be relevant. It also stops Ugins from coming down. Planeswalker wise, Narset, Teferi, Narset. So kind of your shell here. Some big Tefs, and then 1 Ugin on the top end. Again, best of 1. I don't know if we want to necessarily have Narset. It's pretty bad against aggro. So it might be something better served just going up like another Clarion or playing a different Planeswalker in lieu of this. Maybe go like 6 mana Chandra, something like that. Mana base, I think we're playing 26 lands. So the notable lands, like we have a castle, shocks and check lands. I'm playing 2 beacons. We have a number of planeswalkers in the deck, so 12 in total. So a fifth of the deck, and we can gain life like that, so it's a way. I did post a sideboard. I haven't played it with sideboard yet, but if you want to see what I was kind of thinking of, just kind of answering some of the meta. Another consideration is cutting these, playing some Fae of Wishes, and then playing a wish board. So there's some avenues we can go. I'm testing this one. I'm going to just play unranked today. I'm not feeling super competitive. So I just want to have some fun and play some games. See how it goes. Best of 1 for today. John Ramos, thanks for the follow. I think you're building a computer. How's that going? So probably come back tomorrow if we do a stream. I'll do combo tokens with Greater Hoof. See how that deck goes. That's another one that's kind of taking the ladder by storm. Combos out Crater Hoof Behemoth with Transmogrify or Luca. Trying to see. I still think I really like goblins. I know some people in the comments on the YouTube video have commented they haven't been having as much success with the deck. There's quite a few variations with it. There's like the Death Dweller versions. There's the non-Death Dweller. There's the all-in combo. There's some more value. I made a couple of updates to the list, so I'll update that afterwards. We're short lands, but we're on the play, and we have a sweeper, a Azcanta on 2. I think this is reasonable. Nice. Getting the new computer is always sweet. I've had mine for about a year now, so I haven't had to do really updates on it. This might be Teamer Wreck. We'll see with that. Pushing aside anything that's not a land. Cool. So we'll just Omen of the Sea here. Okay, so it is a growth spiral deck of some sort. What we're looking at still could be Teamer, could be Field, but most likely Teamer Wreck. Ooh, Young Pyromancer. Oh, this might be the Elementals deck. They win with Risen Reef, and they kind of go wild with Into the Royal, or the 5 mana. Whenever a land comes into play, you create an Elemental, and you basically cycle through your deck with Risen Reefs. Yeah, that's the combo. So I'm probably going to Clarion. I'm willing to 1-for-1 here. I want both. Actually, let's keep both. And then what I can do is I can Narset, keep the sweepers for when they go wide, and then bin this extra Azcanta. They don't necessarily need to attack in this matchup, so Settle's not as good. They usually win with Thassa's Oracle. Keep that on top. This is good for the Elemental. They're also only on 1 red, which is pretty good. Keep that on top. We want our land drops here. Just bring this to hand. Send the cards Royal. Just keep this on top right now. Hitting land drops I think is efficient. This will get me back my Narset. It'll also tax them for future turns. They can make another Elemental here. But I have Clarion to clean up, so next turn I can Clarion and play out Kaheera just as a blocker. So basically what they do, these Elementals will trigger Risen Reef, which can, in theory, puts more lands into play, which creates more Elementals, and you kind of loop in that case there. Okay, I got a second one. Teferi would be good here. Absorb. I don't think we want Absorb at this point. I think we just do this, clear their board. Play out Kaheera. It gives me a blocker if need be. I'll get Narset back next turn. Also, if I hit like Ugin off this, I can put another Planeswalker into the yard. I think we are good for lands here. That's good.
Victory is just another puzzle to be solved.
I think we're fine just bouncing the token, getting in some damage. Should have actually plus Narset here to cast Teferi. It's not bad. Helps me find something else.
Past, present, and future. Meditate and prepare.
Just keep the absorb at this point. So I'll probably cycle. Ha! Shame scoop. We all do it. The old lock of you can't play your growth spiral on on my turn, and okay, so that felt good. That's a little bit of a meme deck, but it can kind of pop off. I do it at least once a week, and the only acceptable response I find is to immediately concede at a shame. My favorite are the lines where I talk it through saying we can't do it because of Narset, and then my fingers still click the cards. A little bit painful of mana base, but Omen into either Tef or Clarion is good. Abzan colors. It's gonna be Field of the Dead. It's probably a growth spiral. Yep. So Fields, I bet Field once, but it's a tough one. Do you think I want the absorbs for future turns?
I can no longer stand by and watch. No,
Advantage of this.
up as I go.
Got Rejuvenator. So this turn I'm gonna hold up Absorb. If they don't play out anything, then I'll go Omen. This also lets me Clarion at instant speed. So really what I'm trying to do is counter Ugin here. Golos. It's fine. You can do your one poke.
Enough.
That's fine. So this is actually pretty good because I can Clarion here. Wipe their board. I'm gonna wait to play Teferi till I can hold up counter magic.
This might be a bad idea.
So with Teferi I can untap. So I can do that same play. If they play Ugin, I could counter it. Or if they play Golos, either of those I'm concerned with. I'm not too worried about Uro, it's easy for me to bounce it. This is a little annoying because they can make a token at instant speed. Okay, so this is something we counter.
Trust me, I have a plan. I'm not.
So they can kill one of my lands. Actually, getting Shark Typhoon down just as an enchantment's pretty good. Let's get white. If I can make enough flyers, I can go over the top. Still like basically dead to Ugin. but I can't really play around it. So they don't have lands in hand, which is pretty good, but it looks like they're just trying to get Uro out. Oh, they played their land. If they play Uro, I probably tuck Uro. I do like keeping Teferi around. Shatter or Settle would be okay. Settle being obviously worse in this matchup. Okay, I drew another Teferi, which is pretty good. So in that case, let's Omen first, see what we hit. We're also down to only 1 red mana, which kind of sucks. See if I get a board wipe. Conquer's Death. That will do. So get rid of Uro. Here they need to decide what they want to deal with.
Time for a break.
I can bounce here, but I think I like just forcing them to attack my planeswalkers this turn.
I'll protect you.
They could put 2 on this and blow it up to kill Teferi, but I have backup Teferi. And then we exiled Uro, which is good. That's fine with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do need a board wipe sooner than later.
Hold that thought.
Perfect. So I can Teferi plus here.
I am not going to sit this one.
This is fine. They can
Oh,
pop
I've done
the
hero thing before.
the blast zone. Kill my Teferi, I don't care. Oh, they put it up to 5. That's fine. Because the thing is, even if they kill this, I still can get it back. I have another one in hand. I'm just trying to get to the point where I can Shark Typhoon. And get tokens off it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could have 9 mana this turn.
This is hard.
I guess I don't get it. They blew up thing. That's annoying. This time, like now with 3 fields and an active thing, I'm in a bit of trouble. Okay, so I can bounce this. It's not the best. They're gonna get another field. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I could counter it on the way down. Also gains me 3 life. 3 cards, 37. Ugin or Inspired Ultimatum would be good. We have one more Shatter, one more Settle, one more Clarion. This will make me a 5/5 as well. Let's do you.
For a break.
Okay, that's good for the following turn. Gonna wait to see what I draw.
This isn't a fight you can win.
If I want a shock or not. Okay, so I untap 2 lands anyways, so I can play my Omen. Just do this and this. Trying to find like Clarion here for next turn, because then I can give my Sharks lifelink. Narset does help me dig a bit deeper. Turns off their draw, but probably not what I need at this point. Keeps my big Tef alive.
Now want me to phase you out of time?
I got Ugin. We're trying to play around it. It's not terrible because I can still just Inspired Ultimatum them. I do have to throw 5 damage at this. Oh, 4 zombies off that. Gross. So, target player gains 5 life. Deal. Just get rid of Ugin, because if I draw Clarion, I won't be able to play it. Okay, Ugin on my own. Is good. Is good. So Ugin can clear out all these tokens each turn. Shouldn't be dead at least this turn. $27, $28. I think we just take the damage here. It's actually a good follow-up because if they field my flip to Azcanta. They make zombies. So they have another Ugin. The second one's what's gonna kill us here. If they minus here, it's pretty loose. They have 16 plus Ugin on me. I'm lethal. Do they have any other untapped lands? They do. This matchup's usually tough. Okay, that's super wrong in my opinion. Because now I do this.
Can be undone. Restrain yourself.
Now I do this.
Perfection is a journey.
And even with the field, they only get 8 power in play.
Matters to attend to.
Actually, I should have kept that as a cycle effect. Okay, last basic. So I can basically just 0 on Ugin every turn. Opponent's digging.
Your disposition is noted.
The opponent really overvalued our Azcanta. So blue, red, blue, white, Narset here.
I prefer a peaceful resolution. But I'll fight if I must. To open the mind, you must first open the heart.
Kaheera. Then I think next turn we we'll cycle and draw. Still have both Teferis. Do we have a big Teferi left? No, both are in the graveyard. So I do need to get this Conquer's Death going. Conquer's Death exiles this. I could get Teferi. Sick. Taking down field's impressive. That's one of the tougher matchups for any control deck that's blue-white based. Just the reoccurring threats. We'll run one or two more. See how long these games go. I've actually been quite impressed. Good resiliency with the deck. A lot of ways to just kind of cycle through. Because a lot of times, especially in best of one, you get the wrong half problem. You draw your removal when you're trying to hit like planeswalkers. The absorbs weren't bad. They were good against like trying to catch that Ugin. Opponent goes first. We have double Omen into Settle. Of note, we can't cast this on 3 just yet, so we need this Omen to find something. Don't have any reoccurring value, but I think with these we're okay to keep this. Hopefully not Gruul. So I'm going to lead on this so they think that we're the Craterhoof deck. Ferocidon Ringboard. Depending what they play out, I might just Justice Strike this. I don't want them to draw a card. when this enters. Let's just go beacon here. We do need to hit our land. Fortunate we didn't draw in a land for this. Oh, you know what? It didn't make a difference. This is it's not the other one. When the 2 mana ramp one that pings. Perfect. Don't think we want that Teferi in this matchup necessarily. They're kind of like screwed on mana right now, so the card draw is not the worst to give them, as opposed to ramping them and fixing their lands. Omen is here for Gobblegoose. Can take 3 this turn. Drawing both, like, we have 2 of these in the deck. It's made it really awkward. Okay, I think we wait. I can absorb if we need to. It's fine. Also, we drew 3 shock lands. Clarion's not that great, neither is Absorb. Okay, it's not bad. Okay, I think we're okay with 6 lands. This lets me... So like I can play out Azcanta. And they can pop it on Azcanta. I can just settle it and wait for Shark Typhoon after. Nah, let's just pass. Cool Lana, we're off. Take a point of damage. Okay, if they just attacked with that, I was gonna Sharknado. They get 2 lands to play tapped here. Even if they Ghalta, they can't haste it. Six. Maybe we don't. Hold up Absorb this turn. Our blue mana's a little hampered. Reggie Alpha. That is definitely a reason to absorb. I'm gonna pop one of these to scry. Why didn't you give us priority to scry? Oh, that's stupid. So why are you tapping like that? Oh, you need blue mana? Ah, that's my mistake. Yeah, buddy, calm yourself. QB is threatening. Need a sweeper off the top. That is not a sweeper. That is fantastic. Get rid of you. They can have haste this turn, so I'm gonna hold this back. Weird. Gotta try to find something. Okay, Absorb's great. Out. So this can block questing beasts, so we're probably okay. Let's do this as attacks. If they don't play anything, I can scry one of these on instep. It also puts a 7th in to flip Azcanta. Making your opponent rage quit. It's my first Ketria crystal. Thought I had the whole set of that. Let's do one more, and I'm gonna order some dinner. Dogapults. So good mix of decks so far. Sounds very bad against the aggro, but we go first. Slowing them down is reasonable here. Potentially lets me now drop Teferi and bounce whatever they play onto. I'm not going to bounce that.
Trust me. You'll thank me later.
So I'm going to plus this turn, and then I'll minus next turn to try to hit a line drop if we don't hit it. This looks like mono green ramp. Definitely gonna want opponents flexing on us.
Here we go.
I think what we do here,
Let's slow this.
do this, plus here. Gives me something in the yard for this Azcanta. I can get Big Tef going here. Because even if they dropped Nisa and they attacked, that was okay. Jeskai ultimate is pretty sweet.
I'm not going to sit this one out.
They didn't play this out,
Let's
which
skip
can
to the
mean
good
to me that they might have Ugin. So I'm gonna just cash in
Done
here.
the hero thing before.
Because if they have Ugin, it's dead anyways. Yep. It's kind of a tell there.
Utilize knowledge.
So they -5 here. I play Conquer's Death,
This is hard.
exiles Ugin.
Return to the essence of multiverse. I learned much today.
Then I go just Inspired Ultimatum, hopefully dodge a Nisa. Not minus.
Being long before your kind ever returns.
So we just got Ultimatum Ugin. Okay, and then they're pretty much out of gas at this point. We refill our hand.
I was returned.
Probably still want to shatter. Just get a Sacred Foundry out of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I can play both Teferis out.
Trust me.
They can pop this on my 5 mana
We
Teferi.
need to move quickly.
At this point, we're just looking for a way to win.
I'm known for my excellent timing. Let's try this.
We are in garbage time. So they pop that on Big Tef. They can play Nisa this turn. Another Conqueror's Death would be good. Get it back. Our own Ugin. Absorb's actually really good. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's take advantage of this. This can at least start attacking in. I'll get him to play the Grazer out. And at this point, they're never resolving anything game breaking. This costs more mana. Sweet.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Without the pressure, we can probably get this ulted pretty quick.
Victory is just another puzzle. Let me help you practice.
Play this tapped. Technically could have gained a life here, but this is a matchup we lose because of Ugin or like a Nisa going off, but kind of locked them out there. Sick. 4-0 and best of 1 with the deck. I'm liking what it's doing. Played a variety of decks here, including some ramp decks into Ugin. We bet 2 resolved Ugins in our sets. So overall, pretty impressed with it. I do think I like this configuration. I don't know if we need this Narset. I think what we may want, like, maybe another, like, Scorching Dragonfire, perhaps. Shark Typhoon was actually really good, so I may cut, like, this to go another Typhoon, another Dragonfire. Seems decent. Or even maybe another Justice Strike. But overall, was quite impressed overall with the deck. I'm going to wrap this one up. I'll upload the new updated version of Goblins as well. Main thing in the main board, just went down a Ringleader for a Chain Whirler. And then sideboard, I just upped the hard removal in it. Lava Coils and Scorching Dragonfires, and came down on the Gem Palms. And I went down one Rune Blaster. Chain Whirlers are really good in the mirror. This gives you some outs in the game 1 against the mirror. Also helps against combo tokens. 11-0 with that one there. Appreciate everyone stopping by. This video will be up on YouTube with all my other content. And we'll see you tomorrow, hopefully, for some combo tokens with Greater Hoof. Thanks for stopping by. Have a great one, and stay safe out there.